Marc Wadding, it was the first meeting yesterday of the Liverpool City Region Combined Authority, and it's descended into a bit of a farce, hasn't it?
It's not been the beginning most people would have hoped for. I think there was always a view, given some of the personalities involved, that there might be clashes along the way. I think people thought that would come further down the line, maybe not at the very first instance. So yeah, it's taken some people by surprise.
Now, is this all about Joe Anderson's ego? That seems to be the suggestion from some quarters.
Well, certainly the leader of St Helens, Councillor Barry Grunwald, emailed his members yesterday in response to a statement Joe Anderson made about feeling that Liverpool was effectively being frozen out. The response from St Helens, which I managed to get hold of a copy of, was that this was all down to one man and his ego, and that if Merseyside didn't succeed, the blame would lay at Joe Anderson's door. Now, looking at it on balance, of course, there is the fact that we have had the Echoes campaign last week resoundingly thought that the authority should be called the Liverpool City Region, which thankfully that campaign has been won. There's also a view from business leaders, even members of the opposition, even his Joe Anderson's arch enemies, the Lib Dems, that the mayor of Liverpool, the role, not so much the personality, but the role should be at the forefront of it.
Now, in terms of how this looks to the outside world, it looks like a lot of quite childish infighting, doesn't it? It's going to sully the reputation of the city region.
I think a lot of people will see it as being another example of the toys being thrown out of the municipal pram, so to speak. It doesn't look good. People like Eric Pickles, Brandon Lewis down in Whitehall must be having a whale of a time over this, and this is exactly the kind of thing you don't want to play into the government's hands with, and unfortunately that seems to be what's happened.
But we've got Phil Davis in the chair, the leader of Wirral Council. Now, he needs to really step up to the plate, doesn't he, and take leadership of this and get this combined authority on the road to doing something.
Well, Phil Davis is a very capable politician. You know, he's brought a certain calm to otherwise troubled waters over at the Wirral, which we've seen over the last couple of years. I think he's a capable man for the job. The question is whether that leadership role is about, and this is yet to be seen, whether the role is about being the face of the authority and being the one who's going off on trips to China or, you know, to Shanghai or to wherever we want to try and bring investment from, whether that is the role as a kind of ceremonial figurehead, a leader, or whether it's really about shuffling the order papers around and going through the agenda. So what that role is not fully defined yet, and when that definition comes, I think we'll get a better idea of who might be the right person for that job.